Welcome, everyone, to a piece of college football history as we crown this season's national champion. There's been so much that's gone into getting here, twists and turns, and now it builds to this, the battle for supremacy. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see the number 11 seed in this playoff, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on another SEC team, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And this is it. Two teams enter, one team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. Texas. Returner decides to fair catch this. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They're moving the receiver now before the snap. To throw, it's Wilson. And the pass is incomplete. Second down after that previous play. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Receiver makes the grab. Oh, the spin move, and he's got some space here. Well executed. He finds space and gets the first down yardage.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed. But what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there, and the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
And the wideout goes in motion. First down, looking to throw the football. Incomplete. There's a marker down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That stings for the offense. Penalty will cost him 10 yards. Penalty makes it first down and 20. We go with a direct snap. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage yet. Here's the second down play. Dropping back, it's Wilson. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Rebels. Some of the crowd hasn't even settled in. We got points on the board. Buckle up, Kirk.
I mean, this is amazing. This is exactly how you envision it, with the long layoff, the hype, the pressure, all the interviews you've done, and to be able to start off with an opening drive and a touchdown, couldn't have scripted it any better.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He'll bring it out from his end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Makes a quick catch. A quick juke to get free. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Man, isn't it fun to watch running backs who can add that dimension to the passing game? They're so dangerous because once they catch the football, they're operating in much more open space than they would be if they're just getting a handoff. And it really tests the linebacker's ability to cover out in space.
And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Second down play coming up for this offense. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Catch made on the right side. The gain is enough to move the sticks. Ball at the 40.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays. But the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
The Longhorns begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Nice run. He's brought down at the 44.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. And the quarterback dropping back. Quick throw to his receiver. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
And the Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a 1st down.
That's another positive gain here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. Quick throw caught on the left side. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for his 6 points.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And he'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. And this offense trying to bounce back the last possession, ended in a pick. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Past the 20. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Texas.
What a touchdown. Anytime you see a play go for that many yards, everything has to come together. The offensive line did their job, the running back's vision and instincts and speed, and the play caller setting up the perfect personnel group, formation, and play call. It all came together, and they get the big score.
Make the extra point, cut the lead to 14-7. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. This one will be fair caught. And the powerful Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
He went backwards on first down, so second and long from the 24. Dropping back, it's Wilson. Makes a quick grab. They'll get him, but he put the spin cycle on that defender. Wow.
That's another huge game for this guy. And I'll tell you what they're doing a good job of is moving him around. He's not aligning just in one spot where the defense has an idea of where he is to try to take him out of the game. They've moved him around, given him a chance to get some one-on-one matchups. Boy, is he taking advantage of that here in the first half of the national title.
First down and 10 now. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. But what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Important second down play coming up. And he'll set up to throw. Running back grabs it on the screen. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
Now the defense is getting pressure on the quarterback. They got a little bit fooled here by the screenplay. Nice positive game for the offense.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Try to make it with a quarterback sneak. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Receiver in motion now. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Offense getting set. It's second down. Looking to throw. It's Wilson. And it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
Now it's third and long for this offense. Football right at midfield. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
The ball near midfield. The head coach decides to go for it on fourth down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he's swarmed by the pass rush, a sack to end this drive.
That's really good coverage downfield, and it just looked like the quarterback was waiting and waiting and waiting a little bit too long. By the time he decides to try to make a throw, nothing's open. And the result is a sack and a turnover on downs.
The gain is 3 yards, brings up a 2nd down and 7.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Quarterback drops back. Gets made on the out route. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
The key here, Chris, is the timing by the quarterback. The fact he got the ball out quickly gave his receiver a chance. One more hitch or a slight hesitation, and that's an incompletion or an interception.
Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's 3rd down. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Snags the quick throw. They pick up the 1st down. Tackle at the 25.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
Trying to create here on the move. It's caught downfield. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns. Folks, we hope you're enjoying this. The national championship game is all tied up. Buckle up now for the finish.
Man, this is everything you could hope for on this biggest stage in a national championship. Both these teams bringing their A game. I can't wait to sit back and see who wins it.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. And the Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. The last time they went forward on 4th down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points. And they bounced back here. Now begin with a quick throw to the left. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
I can see what the quarterback's trying to do here, Chris. And he gets the completion, but just no gain. There's just no room to go after the catch.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Second down play coming up. Back to pass. It's Wilson. Receiver looks it in. It's complete.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
They move the 6. They'll hurry to the line here on 1st down now. Looking to chuck it again. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen.
Chris, I love the patience here by the quarterback. He's waiting for something to happen downfield, but it's not there. Then you see the athletic ability to be able to pick up some good yards.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. He's escaping the pocket now. Finds his man. It's Smith. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion. And look at this. The fullback getting involved in the passing game. You don't see that too often these days.
How about the big fella? The good news is this guy has pretty good hands, and we saw it right there on full display.
Offense facing third and short, approaching midfield. Can they convert here, or will they face a tough fourth down decision? Bringing pressure. Junior steps up and makes an impact play. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. And the Rebels will line up to boot it away. Returner tackle right there. That's what will start the drive. The Longhorns offense takes the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? Oh, it is incomplete. Tried a little lob pass there, but doesn't work.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground, but the next tip ball could be going the other way.
Looks left and finds his target there. Tackle made after the completion. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Trying to extend the play. Fires it on the move. It's intercepted. Threw it across his body. Tackle made on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 37 now.
Chris, he's trying to find something. Nothing is there. Everything is covered downfield. He's rolling to his right. Eyes are downfield, but the one thing he doesn't see is that defender who steps in front of that to make that interception.
Rebels offense is back out on the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. Handoff here from the shotgun. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
Getting set. Here's second down. Scanning the field. It's Wilson. He finds his man. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. The pocket breaking down. He fires this throw and is intercepted. Going the other way. Can they stop him? And that's a solid return after the interception.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. They'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. This will likely be the last play of the half. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. He's found some room at the 45. And they get him down what will be the final play of this first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Rebels will kick this away to start the second half. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. First play of the second half is a handoff.
Another positive gain by this back. I'll tell you, between the offensive line sustaining blocks and this back's vision and ability to explode into that second level of this defense, this guy is having a monster day in the biggest stage of all in the national championship.
The offense going to heavy personnel, bringing out the full house. And now the handoff. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Handoff running right. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
The Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. Five-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5.
Now this defense is going to have to mix up some looks because this back has had a monster day in the national championship. Running inside, running outside. The defense has got to do a good job of locking in on him to negate his big play ability.
Now it's 2nd down here. Looking for a gap. It's Garcia. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
You're pounding away with the running game. It's 1st and 10. Single back takes the handoff. Tackle made at the 21. This offense in great scoring position now.
Boy, this back is having some kind of game today. He just continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over 150 yards now, and this defense has no real answers in trying to keep him contained.
This is the 6th play on the drive. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. They didn't quite get the first down, but tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Longhorns looking to cash in here in the red zone. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. hit just as he throws the ball. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
And I am so impressed with the athletic ability and speed of this defense. Quarterback does a pretty good job of keeping the play alive, scrambling off to his right, but that defensive speed and their aggressive nature get to him.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Here's the target, and it's complete. Touchdown, Texas. They'll take the lead in the second half. So a long, methodical scoring drive, great execution with championship pressure.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional in how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
PAT puts them in front by 7. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. And the Rebels offense back out on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Back to throw. It's Wilson. Fires it to the wideout. Throws a fastball, but it's intercepted. Look out, he's got some space. Return to pick 6. Touchdown, Longhorns. And a pick 6. A monster play by this defense here.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Now they get set to kick it away. Texas. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. Rebels offense is back out on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. Opening play of the drive, he looks right for a completion. Pickup is 5 yards, so it's second down and 5.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. On the run here. Lets it go. Misses the receiver. Incomplete.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Timeout, Ole Miss.
So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. Scanning the field. It's Wilson. Pressure is coming. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on third down.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. Third down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
Here's a gamble. Head coach keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. Needs a completion here on fourth down. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on down.
Chris, I understand being down a couple scores, it's fourth down, you've got good field position. Hey, let's keep this drive alive. I understand why you go for it. Unfortunately, not able to execute it. This could cost him the ball game.
The offense, excellent field position to start this drive. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. He'll hand it off. Finding space at the 20. They make the tackle, but he gains enough to make the first down in what should be the last play of the third quarter. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Quarterback will throw it off the one-pass option. Defense makes the stop after the completion.
Boy, a wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
And the back now goes in motion. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. He'll throw it now. And it's intercepted with a desperation throw here. After a short return, he's tackled at the 18. What an enormous takeaway by this defense.
Boy, just when it looked like they had complete control of the national championship, they turned the ball over. The only real mistake they could have made to give their opponent a chance to get back into the game, and they've done it.
And the Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. That last possession, they got stopped on fourth down in their own end. Let's see if they can get it going this time. And here comes a deep shot. Oh, and he's got it. Big gain inside the 25. Finally brought down to the 20-yard line. A huge gain puts him in great scoring position. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Snapping it from the red zone now. Looking to throw. The freshman introducing himself to the quarterback there.
Between the defensive scheme and the athletic ability of this front and the linebackers getting pressure as well, the way they've been able to harass this quarterback has a lot to do with why they're enjoying such a big lead in the national title.
A sack sets up second down. Back to pass. It's Wilson. It's an out route. The catch made. And now the defense able to bring him down. So here we go. Third down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. Got to pick up the third and short through the air. It's a quick grab. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a first and goal now. The Rebels will hustle to the line here to run the hurry-up. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Throws the ball away, but not before taking a hit.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting ear-hauled. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
The defense clearly setting up to stuff the run here. Running a quarterback sneak here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
You get to the national championship, Chris, you'd love to see more balance. They've not been able to run the football the entire game, putting everything on this quarterback in their passing game.
Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Rebels. That's a huge touchdown. Still trailing, but a one-possession game with that trophy on the line right now.
Well, the national championship's on the line. The offense has done their job, and now it's up to their own defense. Can they get a stop and get the ball back to their offense with a chance to make this thing get really interesting?
Offense is out there. They're going to go for two here. Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. And he makes the two-point conversion. The lead cut down to 6. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Longhorns offense takes the field. The last possession ended in a dreaded red zone interception. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly error. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Short pass, finds the tight end. They get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
But how about this aggressive approach by this offense? They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and these guys are continuing to throw the football. I think the offense coordinator understands that he can't allow his team to get too comfortable or complacent, even with having a lead here in the 4th.
And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Positive yards are always important for an offense, but at this stage of the game, late in the ball game, playing with the lead, you're thinking about working that clock and continuing to keep the ball in bounds.
So the clock stops as we head into the final 2 minutes of play here. This defense needing to step up and make a play now. Wideouts now clustered. Caught quickly. Defense makes the stop very close to a 1st down. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. This is a big 3rd down play coming up. If they can get the stop, you have to believe we'd see a timeout. And now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there, wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down. Offense facing a 3rd and short from the 41. Can they make the 1st down and avoid a tricky 4th down decision? And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Quick completion to the tight end. And the game just good enough for a 1st down. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. A throwaway there. Gave up on the play, but now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
The shotgun handoff here. He's not going to get the 1st down. It's 4th down now. And the offense will take a timeout with exactly 24 seconds remaining. The Longhorns will send the punt team onto the field. He's on to kick it away, helping his team with field position. And the returner will be brought down. They'll get set, needing to score quickly now, looking for some big plays right here. There's some pre-snap movement, back in motion. And someone on the line there moved a bit early. Offense gets a 5-yard penalty. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down here for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Wilson. And it's incomplete as he just overthrew his receiver that time. Offense needs points quickly here, trying to dial up some explosive plays. Let's see what they've got called. They look to throw it here on second down. Taking a shot here. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch, does get the foot back. They've got to get points quickly here, looking for explosive plays right now. And looking to throw now on first down. Now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. And it's incomplete. Just 3 seconds left on the clock.
Chris, this is it. Last shot here. Let's see if anybody can come up with a miracle play.
They need to score quickly here, trying to dial up some big plays. After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. Final minutes here, they'll throw it deep downfield. The ball falls to the ground, and we have a national champion. They're the last team standing at the top of the mountain, Kirk, national champion.
Well, it's been so much fun to watch this team play all year long. They've had some challenging moments. They've been able to overcome them. And how fitting, a close game in the national championship. They come through one more time. As you say, they hold the trophy. They are the national champions of the year.
Well, that's it. Dramatic punctuation to another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. They are officially your kings of college football and national champions, the Texas Longhorns.